Yo, Tony D, bagging and boarding. Got me an issue of Doom Patrol, Doomed Romance, number 13. This is the 4th series. John Byrne, doing his run on Doom Patrol. An online buddy mentioned that, he loved every series, and this was one of them. And I did do like a review of 121 when they canceled the series, but I had the first issue of this. I heard this was controversial, so I grabbed anything controversial. I'll check it out just to see what's going on. But John Byrne, some of the comments I read about this was, it was pretty brutal. But the artwork's good, man. I dig it. So the Chief, they're doing their Doom Patrol stuff. He's keeping that weird vibe going. You can tell just by looking at some of the pics. But the big thing is the Chief creates a time machine where, I don't know if you've ever watched Quantum Leap. This time machine, you can travel. You can travel in time only during your lifetime. That's a total quantum leap. It was an old TV show. It was okay. I didn't get too much into it, but I think this is based on one of the series. It creates a really awkward situation. But the robot man, he's like, oh, hey, is there practical uses about going back and forth in time just within your lifetime? And the Chief is actually he's testing out one of his members. He has some, he calls it chronotropic energy. So that's just, all this means is like he's testing this dude out to see if he has some time travel worthiness, I guess. But Robot Man, he's like, screw this, man. I'm tired of living in a body where I can't feel anything. I can't taste. I think a lot of Doom Patrol fans, they know what I'm talking about. So he travels back, and he's in his body. So when he looks in the mirror, it's just like Quantum Leap. He even references the show. He looks like he does in this time period right before his wreck, where they transfer his brain into his metal body. But we, the reader, see him just like in the TV show, what he really looks like in the present before he moves through time. So he's in the situation right before. He's with his girlfriend at the time, and so they find the Doom Patrol, they get an alert, and they find out what he's doing. And you can't blame Robot Man. He's tired of living like this. It's a horrible existence. And but as we all know, messing with the space-time continuum is dangerous. So they're worried about what ripples could cause this. So Rita Starr, Elastic Girl, she is the one that is going back to stop him from preventing his accident. But you got to remember, it's Quantum Leap style. So we see her as she is in the present, but when she moves back in time, she's like a young teenager. This is what the controversy is, because she has a conversation with him, and she tells him about how she fell in love with him when he was like a brain in a jar. I totally dig weird stuff like that, but it sets up this weird situation. And she's like, you can't prevent the accident because I wouldn't be who I am without that accident. And she explains how she hung out with him when he was a brain in a jar. I know it's weird, man, but that's comics, right? It's fantasy, it's fiction, but it's great. So she falls in love with him, just by the talking. And so they have a moment where she professes his love to him. So they engage in a kiss. But you see what the problem is. Like, we see that, but people, they see like an adult man and a young teenager engaging in a kiss. I think there was a episode of Quantum Leap where that actually happened. So he gets arrested. Of course, you're going to get arrested for something like that. But I don't think the writer, John Byrne, meant this to be insidious in any way. I think it's like I said, I bet if I research Quantum Leap, I can find an episode like this. But what's really cool about this is, so the accident doesn't happen, so the space-time continuum breaks down or whatever. This is what I like about it, is I did a review of 121, where the comic got canceled. And what's cool about this issue, which I'll buy the next issue, is, let me set you guys up, man. You know it. So this issue ends where Elastigirl is within the net. Negative Man is ineffective. And the Chief's kind of hanging out, like just like in 121. But this scene right here ties into... hold on, man. I'll get there. So actually in issue 121, where they all bite the bullet, yeah, spoiler, he shows up about right here where she gets the net. Negative Man is rendered inert, and this is where he's at. Like, he's fixing to jump in and get the net off of her. But I thought that was kind of a cool way to tie it into what happened in issue 121. This part right here of issue 13, the 4th series, really, that intrigued me more than anything. Like I said, it's a Quantum Leap thing, man. But let's get these bad boys where they need to be. You know how it is. I'm almost out of E-Gerbers, but you know. So the cover, they're doing that thing on the cover, but I don't care, man. And like, you know how I do, I always put in my little tag for reference, you know, who cares, right? But yeah, Doom Patrol 13, the John Byrne run, I think it went 21, 23 issues, and then it got canceled. So I guess no one was reading it, but man, I'll read everything. I don't care. Like I said, it's my money. I do what I want. But yeah, it's good to have this in my collection. I'll wrap it up with issue 121, keep them together just because they're tied. But check it out, and you know how we do. Hit it!